Hello and welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here. Today we're doing a little recap of my birthday trip. I've been back for about a week now, but I wanted to sit down and tell y'all all about the trip. I spent the first half in New York with my siblings. I am a twin, so we celebrated our birthday together in New York City. And then I flew out to London to spend the rest of the week there, try some new restaurants, explore the city. But before we get into all of that, I want to take you along for what is my favorite part of trip prep, and that is getting a haircut. And before that, after I travel, I like to try to, give my immune system a little boost. There goes a light shift. After I've been traveling around, especially in like big cities, I like to try to come home and kind of, detox and boost my immune system back up so I don't get sick. I'm going to take you to get my haircut, or take you back to get my haircut. And then I'm gonna put the juicer together and make some ginger shots and some fresh orange juice. And then I'll catch back up with you after my haircut. Okay, let's go. That was my haircut. I love, like I said, getting a fresh cut before I take a trip. That cut was like, it was the last cut of the day. It was like 6 o'clock, 7, I don't know what time it was, but it was late because I had a 6 a.m. flight the next day. I get home from the haircut or from the barber shop. I'm going about my evening, doing some last minute prep, all that stuff. Probably getting ready for bed at this point because I know that my flight's at 6 a.m. And then I get the dreaded text from Delta saying your flight has been canceled. Now this was happening around that time in New York. I guess it was flash flood warnings or actually flooding. They ended up putting me on another flight that had a layover. So I'm in Atlanta. It was a direct flight, easy peasy. But mind you, I'm going to London after. So I have a check bag, want to be direct, don't want to deal with the things, all the things that could go wrong. And they're starting to. It's giving Jet 2 holiday. They put me on a new flight. Like I said, originally my flight was direct. They put me on a new flight that now has a layover for like 5 hours. We're not gonna do that. So I'm looking around for other flights. Everything is either canceled, sold out. Let me call Delta. Or chat them, whatever. Is there any way to get on an earlier flight since my original one was canceled? There wasn't. They ended up putting me on the standby flight. Mind you, my sisters were leaving from California. Yeah, I'm not even putting this thing together, but so anyway, so let's jump into New York and I'll catch you back here a little bit later. got my juicer set up, and I'm gonna clean my ginger, well, all my produce. I wash it all. So I'm making two things. I'm making ginger shots, which is just ginger and lemon. But yeah, so the first part of New York was super fun. I have like a vacation routine, which is weird because like you go on vacation to not be in a routine. So I like to wake up, take a little walk, and find a coffee shop before I get the day started. I got ready, found coffee. So I went to that place that you saw because the day before, you know, my sisters, they got there before I did. So they were talking about how good the flat white was at that Bird in the Branch, something like that, whatever that coffee shop was called. They said it was like really good, so I was like, okay, it's not too far from the hotel, so I'll just walk over there, give it a try. Got coffee and then went to brunch. We went to the RH Rooftop, just kind of sat, hung out. Just good to kind of just sit and talk and chill, relax and vibe and eat and do all those fun things together. From there, we just we went to the theater. We saw the Hell's Kitchen show from Alicia Keys. Really good, 10 out of 10. It was a great show. I loved it from start to finish. It was really good. We all enjoyed it. Yeah, it was just a good time. And then the next day was also super chill. Walked, I did, you know, my routine. So walked to get coffee. This time we went to Ralph's. I love going to Ralph's. That coffee's really good. And then Central Park is like right across the street or down up the next block or whatever. So just kind of like took a stroll through Central Park, hung out there. We did some touristy things and just went to the One Vanderbilt Summit, and you just kind of like look out at the views. There was some cool like illusion type things in there, so that was fun. After that, yeah, just kept it chill, ate. It was a good time. A chill weekend, just to spend time together, so that was cool. So those were the first couple days in New York, and then there was one more after that, and then it was off to London. So let's get into that. That was the last day in New York. Same routine, except this time I got coffee as I was on my way to get matcha. So I did try that place, 12 Matcha. It's all over TikTok, social, everywhere. So I was like, oh, let's give that a try. Luckily, the line wasn't that long, and the matcha was good. But yeah, the matcha was good. It was a cool experience to see them kind of like actually whisk it and all that stuff in front of you. So that was nice. Yeah, after that, just kind of had a late flight over to London. So we stopped and checked out the Delta One Lounge. So that was really like why I left from New York to London as well, because they had the Delta One Lounge, and I was like, oh, I want to fly out of there and, you know, see what the lounge is all about. I'll just say you only saw a very short clip because it was so busy in there. It was so packed. I mean, it was cool that, you know, they have the little restaurant in there, you know, the bar, like all of that stuff. And it's, you know, all inclusive. Is that what you call it? Cool experience. Do I have to do it again? No. Made it on the flight. No more delays or anything like that. So that was good. Made it to London. Made it to the hotel. The only place I like to stay in London, the London edition. Always a 10 out of 10 experience. All right, so let me pour these shots. The only thing I'm gonna do is add some cayenne pepper and then just kind of like mix it up a little bit. And then we'll get into the next couple days in London. After the first day in London, like the first day waking up there, went back to Hyde. So in my last London vlog, I went to Hyde and did like the dinner tasting menu. But this time I went for breakfast. A lot of people had said that it was really good, so wanted to try that out. And it was. And then after that, I don't know if you've ever noticed in my videos, my little permanent bracelet that I have on. I wanted to get another one just to make it a little bit more like full. This one was just when it was one, it was just a little too dainty, I guess is the word. And I just kind of wanted to fill it out a little bit. So I went and got another one. So did that and then just kind of like walked around, did some window shopping. Just kind of just shopped, walked around, took it easy, didn't have any plans for the day. And then since we were over there in that area, went to the Connaught Hotel. They have a famous bar, I guess. So went in there, had some cocktails and just kind of like chilled for the rest of the night. So yeah, it was pretty fun. Then the next day was my birthday. Same routine though. Got up, got coffee, and then went over to Notting Hill for breakfast at Sunday in Brooklyn. And then just really liked the Notting Hill area. So kind of hung out over there. It was a spa day. Enjoyed that. It was back at the Connaught Hotel at the Aman Spa. Really relaxing, you know, having been in 2 major cities for a few days. I'm walking around in the summer, in the heat, needed a day to just chill. And what better day to do that on your birthday? So that's what I did. Really, really enjoyed that. Much needed relaxation, all that good stuff. Then it was time for dinner. There's an African restaurant called Akoko. Great experience. Tried like traditional African food. It was really good. Couldn't have asked for a better birthday dinner. So had been seeing a lot about this restaurant called Gymkhana. What ended up happening there was we went to their bar. We just asked and they were like, oh, let's see what we can do. So they had a reservation open up, like there was a cancellation for Saturday. Mind you, this was Wednesday when they told us this. Originally, we were supposed to leave on Saturday. So we were like, well, I guess that's not gonna happen. One thing led to another and we extended the trip by another day. So now we leave Sunday. So we were like, okay, well, let's see if Gymkhana has that reservation still open. And they didn't online. They didn't have it open online. So we actually just went back and asked them. And they were like, oh yeah, that one's not there, but there's another one like at 7:30. Got a reservation at Gymkhana. That was like the best end to the trip. It just worked out. So it was perfect. It started out a little rocky, but it ended where things just worked out. It was just overall a great trip and I had a lot of fun.